Hi there, savvy listeners! Welcome back to another electrifying episode of Neuromarketing Tapping the Consumer Brain. Today, we talk about the course of knowledge. I'm your host, Marco Baldocchi, your guide through the captivating world of neuromarketing, a realm where psychology, neuroscience, and marketing come together to unlock the secrets of consumer behavior. For the newcomers, brace yourself for a mind-bending journey. I am a consumer behavior enthusiast with a passion for decoding the inner working of our brain and how they shape our choices. Join me in this interesting exploration as we dive into the deep waters of neuromarketing, discovering the science behind what makes you, me, and everyone else say, yes, I want that. Wherever your returning fans step into our world for the first time, I promise you this. Every episode is a treasure trove of insight to help you navigate the dynamic landscape of marketing. So fasten your seatbelts, open your mind, and get ready to unravel the mysteries of consumer psyche. Let's dive in. Many proclaim the maxim, knowledge is power, but what unfolds when our knowledge levels diverge wildly? Enter the intriguing conundrum known as the course of knowledge, or the course of expertise. This cognitive bias ensures us in the assumption that everyone shares our profound insight on a particular subject. A cognitive bias is a systematic thought process caused by the tendency of the human brain to simplify information process through a filter of personal experience and preferences. The filtering process is a coping mechanism that enables the brain to prioritize and process large amounts of information quickly. Come back to our topic. Imagine this. When we grasp a concept firmly, it becomes almost impossible to fathom the realm of the uninformed. Consequently, our attempts to impart knowledge hit a roadblock as we struggle to empathize with the mindset of our audience. My audience, for example, hails from diverse backgrounds, each wielding varying levels of familiarity with behavioral science. My mission? To make knowledge as accessible as a breeze, banishing the course of knowledge from our midst. We're all guilty of delving deep into the intricacies of our area of expertise. Becoming an expert unveils the course of knowledge in all its glory. We gradually forget what it's like not to possess our expansive knowledge. History takes us back to 1975 when American psychologist Baruch Fischel unveiled his groundbreaking work, Hindsight and Foresight, the effect of outcome knowledge on judgment hunter uncertainty. He devised a method to dissect hindsight bias, the tricky tendency to perceive events as more predictable after the fact. Fischel's approach involved presenting participants with the potential outcomes to a short narrative. Some were privy to the true outcome, while others went in blind. The twist? Everyone was tasked with estimating the likelihood of each outcome. Results were astonishing. Those in the know consciously assigned higher probabilities to the outcome they were privy to. What's more, they struggled to revert to the previous state of ignorance. A fast forward to 1989 when economists Colin Cameron, George Lowenstein, and Martin Weber delved into the course of knowledge economics. Implication. About the course of knowledge, we credited the British American psychologist Robin Hogarth with coining the term and explored its manifestation in economic transaction. Their study uncovered an unsettling reality. Economic agents wield varying degrees of knowledge. Sellers bask in the radiance of product value wisdom, while prospective buyers grope in the dark. Workers cherish their skill secrets, leaving prospective employers in the shadow. Curiously, even when well-informed agents earnestly wish to share their knowledge, the course of knowledge tips the scale unintentionally. The course's ramifications are twofold. 1. Better informed professionists sometimes bear losses, as exceeded knowledge can backfire. 2. The course of knowledge masks market consequences arising from information imbalances. A fruit seller may slash prices, reckoning the effects known only to them. In 1990, graduate student Elizabeth Newton conducted a classic experiment highlighting the course of knowledge. Participants taped out familiar songs, the tappers, and predicted listeners' success, the listeners. The tappers, consumed by their tapping, erroneously believed listeners could decode their rhythm. Listeners, however, deciphered just the 2.5% of the melodies, contrasting starkly with the tappers' 50% prediction. The course of knowledge surged to prominence in the 2007 book Made to Stick: Why Some Ideas Survive and Others Die by Chip and Dan Hirt. The Hirt brothers dissect the conception of stickiness, making ideas unforgettable from the outset. A memorable choice is less prone to reevaluation based on hindsight. Implications of the course of knowledge extend to economics. Asymmetric information scenarios defy economics orthodoxy. Better informed individuals acting as rational economics beings should exploit their advantage uniformly. Instead, a curious twist unfolds. The well-informed, assuming everyone's enlightenment, offer more generous terms when larger stakes are involved. The course of knowledge tips the scale toward fairness. A second scenario lies in our propensity to misjudge past decisions. Hindsight bias clouds our evaluation of past choice, as we mistakenly imbue past selves with our present knowledge. For example, in teaching, especially in higher education scientific domains, but also in professional training, the course of knowledge rears its head. Instructors, steeped in expertise, struggle to bridge the gap between their understanding and their students. This disconnect stems not from negligence, but from the course of knowledge. Cognitive scientist Steve Pinker pinpoints issue in higher education content delivery. 1. Content topics often get married in abstract language. 2. Transition between related topics can be cumbersome, obscuring their connection. 3. Instructors often resort to zombie nouns instead of lively verbs or adjectives. 4. External source may receive inadequate interpretation, deepening student confusion. The course's knowledge is not limited to academics. It seeps in our daily life. To-do lists, intent for organization, often devolve into scattered nodes. Over time, we forget the rationalize behind listening tasks. A case study on overcoming the course of knowledge. Online shopping delights us, but delivery delays can sour the experience. FedEx combats the course of knowledge through a compelling narrative laden with concrete language. The promise of absolutely positive overnight delivery transformed into action, thanks to sticky words. Parper promised words further incentive employees to honor delivery commitments. And now, strategy for formers. If you are a marketing formers, this is very interesting for you. Instructors grappling with the course of knowledge in professional education can employ these principles. 1. Simplify content to concise, accessible messages. 2. Force unexpected curiosity rather than assuming shared enthusiasm. 3. Utilize concrete, specific examples. 4. Engage students through problem-based learning tied to course content. 4. Acknowledge the address emotional hurdles in learning. And finally, weave stories into content for enhancing engagement and memorability. Additionally, formers should assess listener initial mindset and collect ongoing feedback, nurturing listen-former connection that enhance teaching effective and listeners' outcomes. And then, a short last case history. Imagine you are a marketing manager at a tech company, and your team has developed a cutting-edge product that's packed with innovative features. You are excited to create a marketing campaign to promote it to the target audience. However, here where the course of knowledge can creep in. Assuming audience knowledge. Because you and your team have been immersed in the development process, you understand the product inside out. You know all the technical details, benefits, and how it compares to competitor. The course of knowledge may lead you to assume that your target audience possesses the same level of understanding and appreciation for the product, which might not be the case. Complex jargon. You may use technical jargon and industry-specific terms when creating marketing materials. While these terms are second nature to you, they might be completely unfamiliar to your potential customers. This can create a barrier to understanding and engagement. Overloaded information. Your enthusiasm for the product might lead to information overload in your marketing materials. You want to highlight every feature and detail, but this can overwhelm your audience. They might struggle to grasp the key benefits and reason why they should be interested in your product. And effective storytelling. Instead of telling a compelling and relevant story about how your product can solve a real-world problem, you might focus on technical specification. This approach can make your marketing material less engaging and less likely to resonate with our audience. To overcome the course of knowledge in business, I have some suggestions. Empathize with your audience. Put yourself in your customer's shoes. Try to understand their level of knowledge and what aspects of your products or services are most relevant for them. Simplify the communication. Use plain language and avoid unnecessary technical jargon. Make your marketing material easy to understand for someone who may not have your expertise. Prioritize key messages. Focus on the most important benefits and features of your product or service. Don't overwhelm your audience with too much information. Tell a compelling story. Craft a narrative that illustrates how your product or service can address real challenges or fulfill needs that your target audience has. Stories are often more memorable and relatable than technical detail. By recognizing and addressing the course of knowledge in your business communication, you can make your marketing efforts more effective and connect better with your audience. Thank you for joining me in this opening episode of Neuromarketing Tapping the Consumer Brain. Stay tuned for more insight to this intricate world of neuromarketing. Until next time, I'm Marco Baldocchi signing off. Remember, the key of success lies in deciphering the enigmatic dance between emotion and people. Goodbye for now.